Okay, so I'll be placing my armhole line at 7.5, my bust point at 9.5, under bust 13.5, then half length 15.5. The top length I'll be placing it at 18 inches. After marking this out, I'll take my ruler and connect the dots. After that, I'll cut out this part I will be making use of. Okay, so the next thing, I'm going to take my shoulder measurement. I'm going to make a mark there, and I'm going to connect it straight to my armhole line. The next thing I'm going to do now is to take my bust span, which will be starting from my bust point. That's the nipple to nipple. I'm going to mark 4 inches. Then at the under bust, I'm going to minus half inches. That will be 3.5. Then after that, I'm going to connect it this way. That's for the bust tightening. Your bust point, if your bust point is 4 inches, your under bust should be 3.5. And I'm going to connect it this way. Then afterwards, I'm going to divide my armhole. I'm going to get the middle part of this armhole. It'll be around 3.5. Then I'm just going to connect it to my bust point this way, straight, just like a normal princess starts. Then at the under bust, I'm going to go in by 2 inch because I'm working with a bust of 33 to 38. If I'm working with a bust from 40 to 45, I'll be going in by 2.5. Then from a bust size of 45 to 50 and above, I'll be going in by 3 inches. So this, I'm just going to connect this down to my top length. After that, I'm going to connect it this way to my bust points. You can decide to use your curve ruler or your free hand. I'm going to connect it this way. Then after that, at this my armhole line, I'm going to come down from this dart line. I'm going to come down by 1 inch this way, and I'm going to connect it to my bust point. So this is it. That's it for the princess darts. So this shaded part will be going out. Okay, so I'm going to take my body measurement, bust divided by 4 plus my 2 inch stitching allowance. Then I'm going to take my waist measurement divided by 4. I'm going to make a mark plus this 2 inch I removed for the bust tightening. And I'm also going to add my 2 inch stitching allowance. That's your waist divided by 4 plus 2 inch stitching allowance plus the 2 inches we'll be removing for this bust curve that we just did now. Then I'm going to connect it this way. After that, I'm going to extend this part. This is my princess dart side. At this armhole side, I'm going to extend this by 1 inch. I was supposed to do this earlier, I forgot, so I'm going to connect it. This is to help you when joining this. Most times the middle part is usually longer when you're closing it up, so it's advisable that you extend like I just extended, so when joining it, it will rhyme. I'm going to blend this in. So with this we are done. I'm going to cut this out. The shaded parts will be going off. I'm going to cut the neckline. I'll go ahead to cut this on the material. So this is it. I've cut this out. So now the next thing I'm going to do is to cut the wording I'll be using to pad this. So first off, I'm going to make a notch where the padding is going to start from, and as you can see, I left half inches for my stitching allowance. So at this armhole side, I'm going to make a notch, armhole line rather. I'll make a notch there. My padding will start from that armhole line to my underbust like this. I'm also going to do same for this middle part. I'm going to make a notch at the underbust. I'll also make a notch at the armhole line this way. After that, I'm going to go ahead to cut the wadding for this. So for the middle part, I'm going to fold it into two and I'm going to cut. My wadding will be starting from the armhole line to my underbust. So I'm going to cut it out this way. You can decide to double yours. I doubled mine because this wadding is a very light wadding, so I'm going to do this for both sides. I made this 4 inches wide. You can make yours wider. Okay, I'm going to open this up. This will be for the both sides, and I'm going to make a notch at the top part. This is how I'll be placing it. If you're using a light wadding, it's advisable that you double it. Okay, so I'm going to iron this down, but before I do this, I'm going to use my hemming gum. I'm going to put hemming gum this way. The purpose of doing this is to help it gum it down, because sometimes these waddings don't really gum on the fabric, so using hemming gum to secure it is better. That way it will just gum without giving you any issues. So I'm going to be placing hemming gum on my fabric before placing the wadding, just to what I'm doing. I'm going to iron this down. You can double this. I've gone ahead to iron it. This is what it looks like. The next thing now is to take this to sewing machine and sew. So now I'm going to place the center part like this. Then I'll take one part of the side and I'll place it this way, front, mid, front. I like starting from my underbust. I'll make sure the two underbust parts are meeting each other this way. Then I will sew. While sewing, you make sure you're using your hand to control it. You make sure you're pushing it together. The 2 points are meeting each other. You'll be using your hand to push it, because if you don't do this, it will not turn out well. See the way I'm doing it, and make sure that both sides are aligning. Then you're going to sew it down to the end. Then after that, I'm going to turn it over and close up the remaining parts. Please do well to subscribe to the channel if you're yet to subscribe to the channel. And when I'm done with that, look at it. I'll flip it over. It's already standing. I'm going to repeat it for this other side. You place this way, front, mid, front. You make sure that your two underbust parts are meeting this way. Then you sew while using your hand to control it. You have to use your hand to control it. If you don't, it won't turn out well. And this is what it looks like. This is it. So I also went ahead to iron this out. You can use your tailor's ham and put under the bust and then iron it. It's advisable to put your tailor's ham under your bust this way and iron it out. This gives you a nice finishing. When you do this, this is it. You just iron out this other part. And that's it. Do not forget to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share this video, leave me a comment, and see you in the next one. Bye.